I'm Louis Tomlinson, hanging out with you on the last big weekend of the summer. That was Major Lazer with No No Better. Summer is winding down, so let's take a look back at some of the biggest events in music this summer. The festivals were off the chart, from Coachella back in April to Lollapalooza in August. Also got to mention Ultra Festival, which I was at. It was fantastic. And so many artists toured this summer, but what might surprise you is that so far this year, 4 of the 5 biggest tours are all legacy acts. Guns N' Roses, U2, Metallica and Depeche Mode are all considered legacy acts because they mostly play their songs from more than 20 years ago. The only non-legacy act in the top 5 is Justin Bieber. Jumping back into the music, it's Ariana Grande with Side to Side. I'm Louis Tomlinson, and that was Charlie Puth with Attention. If you're a news junkie, no matter which side of the aisle you're on, and even if you hate politics, it's hard to argue with the fact that this summer certainly kept the headlines coming. We'll dive into some of the biggest news stories of the summer. Right now, it's Zed and Liam with Get Low. That was Halsey with Now or Never. I'm Louis Tomlinson. I've taken command of the ship here in the radio studio to hang out with you on the last big weekend of summer. No one can argue that there's been a lot of attention-grabbing headlines this summer, from healthcare, Russia, and political tweets to mergers and buyouts. The White House has fired and hired more people than anyone can keep track of. Amazon bought Whole Foods, which creates a slew of internet memes, and Casamigos tequila sold for $1 billion. Not a bad way for Clooney to celebrate the birth of his twins. Let's get back to the music now. It's Flo Rida and My House. That was Childish Gambino with Redbone. I'm Louis Tomlinson. I've taken over your radio station to hang out with you on the last big summer weekend. Just because the summer is coming to an end doesn't mean you need to retire those passports and store away that luggage for another year. There are some amazing places to visit in the fall. I'll tell you where to book those flights on the way. Right now, it's DJ Khaled, I'm the One. I'm your guest DJ, Louis Tomlinson, aka DJ Tomo, and that was I Don't Know from Maroon 5 and Kendrick Lamar. There's always a big push to travel during the summer, but for someone who's travelled all year round and all over, let me tell you, fall's a great time to get away. Since everyone's back in school, the flights and hotels are cheaper, less crowded. Some great spots to check out: New York or Chicago. They're beautiful in the fall. God, I could be a travel exec. Go for a long weekend camping trip up to Yosemite or the Yellowstone. As you know, me as a Brit, I really know and love these places. Or maybe go to Santiago, Chile, Melbourne, Australia. I mean, there's every name on this list, so just go anywhere. Okay, we'll jump back into the music after that bit of weirdness. Here's Demi Lovato with Sorry Not Sorry. I'm Louis Tomlinson. Thank you for hanging out with me on the last big summer weekend. Since summer is moving into the rear view mirror, let's take a quick look at what lies ahead for the rest of the year. Stephen Colbert will be hosting the Emmys in 2 weeks, just enough time to throw together a little Emmys party. If you thought you'd missed out on the festival action, think again. Austin City Limits Festival is in October. Let's not forget some of the biggest movies coming up, like the reboot of It, which opens this Friday. If scary isn't your thing, then Lego, Ninjago, Thor and Justice League all around the corner. Right now, let's get back into it with Zed and Alessia Cara with Stay. That was Honest, the latest song from the Chainsmokers. I've been hanging out with you on the last big summer weekend. And if your summer was just so incredible that you don't have time to turn the TV or your tablet on to check out the biggest shows, I'll tell you what you must binge as the temps cool down. That's coming up right now. It's DJ Khaled and Rihanna with Wild Thoughts. Listen, I'm hijacking your radio today. That was Bruno's latest Versace on the Floor. Summer has always been known for movies and music, but last few years there's been some really amazing stuff on TV. My personal favourite is a drama called Peaky Blinders. The Handmaid's Tale on Hulu, that should be a good one. Check that one out. I might do that as well. The first 7 episodes of the final series of Game of Thrones, I'm sure all of you have seen that, but anyway, check that out. And in case you were living under a rock last year, be sure to catch up on Stranger Things, because the new season comes out on Halloween. Really talented kids, that's cool. That should keep you plenty busy this year, so I hope you liked it. Right now, it's Cheat Codes and Demi Lovato with No Promises. That was my brand new single with BB Rexa, Back to You. I'm Louis Tomlinson, and they are telling me I've got to wrap this up, but guys, I could stay all day. I hope that you enjoyed your last big summer weekend with me. Summer might be coming to an end, but thanks to social media and the endless amount of selfies, oh, how great they are, you took over the last 100 days. We have plenty of memories to remind you all of how great summer was. I think that makes sense. I've had an action-packed summer, and the fall looks like it's going to be just as busy. If you haven't heard the song, please go and listen to it in whatever way you like to listen to music nowadays. Stream it, YouTube it, Apple Music, Spotify it, Deezer it. I check them all out. Anyway, here is a big song, big fan of this myself. It's Imagine Dragons and Believer. Thanks for having me. Cheers.